What is up, members of D12? It is your commissioner. It's the owner of the 2018 champion, 2017 champion, Tampa Bay Hurricanes. Calling my shot. Okay, maybe not, but I like my team. Um, I forgot all about this thing that I started with the worst 12 trades in D12 history. I did 9 through 12 a month ago, maybe not quite that long ago. But I'm back. We'll do 8 through 5. Maybe we'll do 4 through 1 today too. I don't know. Maybe I'll save that for office hours this week. But just friendly reminder, the team in the lower left-hand corner is the team that got the better end of the deal. The team in the upper right-hand corner is the team that got the worst end of the deal. And I forgot to write down what trade numbers these were again. I'll try to remember to put it in the comments if I can remember. But the 8th worst trade of D12 history, DDP, and this is pre-DDP days. This was the moist one. Nicholas Hybor received Ben Tate, but more importantly received Antonio Brown, $8 for 3 years. That did turn into $8 for 4 years because he was franchised. Antonio, the best wide receiver the past couple years. This trade was way back, though, to the point that Antonio Brown wasn't quite Antonio Brown yet, which is why this trade is only number 8 and not a little bit higher. Seattle did receive 2 years of Steven Jackson at $105. This was after Steven Jackson was a really, really good player. So the moist one definitely got the better end of this trade. Trade number 7. This one, I believe, was Bork. Not positive. I should have really done a little bit more research before I started this video. Oh well, I'm too lazy to start over. But yeah, this had to have been before Bork because Alshon is now franchised this year. So Alshon Jeffrey, $10 for 4 years, and Cole Beasley, $1 for 1 year. This particular year, Nick was going for it. Andre Johnson was having a pretty good year. Amendola and Henderson have never really been anything special. But Hybor was going for it this year, and he traded away his first-round draft pick during the year in Alshon Jeffrey. This was not the year that Hybor won the championship. I believe this was the year after. Did not do much in the playoffs, and obviously Alshon has gone on to be, a very solid play when he's actually playing. To the fact that Mike has not let go of him since. So this will be 5 years now that Mike has had him. And Andre probably didn't live up to that contract the following year. So, yeah, Mike definitely came out ahead on this one. Trade number 6. This was definitely Bork. Take it back to 2016. One of the worst divisions ever put together. DDP, St. Louis, and Seattle. Bork was going for it. He made some trades to try to secure the division championship to get into the playoffs. And one of the main trades that he made was to get Des Bryant and Spencer Ware. He did give up Kenneth Dixon, and he gave up his 2018 first rounder. Now again, this year, the North is going to be terrible. Bork could win. Spencer Ware, as it currently sits, is the running back 1 in Kansas City. Kenneth Dixon is suspended, so maybe his stock has come down a little bit. Spencer's gone up a little bit, so maybe this trade isn't as bad as what it seemed like a month ago, but it's still a pretty bad trade, especially considering that Des Bryant did nothing for Bork. And for Dixon still has value, still has potential, as long as the 4-game suspension doesn't turn into a Martavis or a Josh Gordon situation. So I guess if I had to redo this, I might move this trade down a little bit. Probably still on the 12 though. I forgot about a trade, so I had to change a bunch of these things, and then I forgot what font that I used, and so you get a black blob behind the 5 because this used to be number 4 until I forgot about a trade to put it in there. But also last year, also a guy that was going for it, also a guy that came up a little short, and that's Mike Mostrom. Now DeMarco, Willie Snead, I think ended up trading Snead and Christine Michael, so it's not as bad as it could have been, I guess. Uh, but Mike had the team to beat last year. Um, this trade definitely made sense at the time. In fact, I think we all mocked Gitch for accepting this trade, for not getting a first round pick this year. Um, but hindsight being 2020, Gitch definitely got the better end of this deal. Picked up Jay Ajayi, $10 for 4 years, which he swapped with me to get pick 5 this year. Josh Ferguson, Greg Zerline, whatever. So essentially, St. Louis received 2 first-round draft picks and a second-round draft pick for this year for some expiring contracts. And St. Louis was not going anywhere last year. Was able to somehow avoid the license plate frame. Yeah, Ajay was good for him down the stretch. Pretty much as soon as Mike traded him away, he went on his tear. Obviously, I hope that that tear continues and he doesn't end up tearing his knee. But I have this as the 5th worst trade of all time. So, you've now seen 5 through 12. I'm curious if anyone wants to guess what the top 4 worst trades are. So, um, I'll wait a few days, see if anyone can guess them. And, yeah, probably Tuesday, because I know that I got some office hours during that time. So, we'll see you then.